Team of the season has arrived, so you guys need to get your coins at FIFACoinZone.com. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. They are reliable, they are cheap, check them out. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fangs, and welcome to another Q&A I'm going to be doing today. So today, I try to get to quite a few of you guys' questions. If you ever want to have a chance to ask me these questions, you got to follow me on Twitter, unless I'm doing a Snapchat Q&A, which will be the next kind that I do after this one. I'm not sure when I'm going to record that, but it'll probably be next week or something. I don't know. But anyway, if you want a chance to be able to ask me these questions, you gotta follow me on Twitter. It's Fangs, or you can look in the description down below. It should be down there. So, today is a Q&A. I had some pretty good questions. I try to tell you guys to, like, give me original ones, because I get the same ones kind of repeatedly, like, why'd you start YouTube, what's your inspiration, that kind of stuff. I've already answered those, so you can go back in my other Q&As and check them out, but I got some pretty good ones today. I think I got to maybe like 12 or so of them. If yours didn't make this video, I'm completely sorry, but hopefully it'll make it next time. Let's get into question number 1 and see what we got. Worst thing you have done when drunk? I guess, I don't know, like when I'm drunk, I don't, sometimes is bad. When I'm drunk, at least throughout my lifetime when I have been, I can't remember entirely some of the things that I've done. I've done some things where I've picked fights with girls and stuff like that, or I've like taken glass. I took a glass one time, this was so bad. Doobie ended up like accidentally elbowing a guy who's this huge buff guy, and he said something to Doobie, and Doobie popped off back at him, and I wanted to save my boyfriend at the time, and so I took a glass and just threw it at the guy's face, which was terrible. Do not advise it. Got kicked out of the bar. It was bad, and you should never do that. I felt terrible once I found out that I did it the next morning. But the one thing I can remember, like waking up and I'm like, why did I do this? Whenever I was in college, I lived in a dorm. Our freshman year of college here, in most colleges or universities in the United States, they let you, or they make you, live in a dorm the first year, so I guess you can like make friends with everybody. So I lived in the dorm, and we had a community bathroom, and it was disgusting. If you think boys' restrooms are disgusting, look at a college girl community bathroom. It is the nastiest thing you'll ever be in. There's like 3 stalls on one side, 3 stalls on the other, and then 3 showers and like a tub at the end, and then the same on the other side. You can go in between the two, and there's like a hall here, and then the bathroom's in between you. So this is like a hall. There's 2 in each dorm, and it goes down. There's probably like 30 people on this side of the floor and 30 on that, and we all share the same bathroom, and it does that like up 10 floors, so it's pretty crazy. And it was awesome, by the way, but I got really drunk one night in college, and I don't even really know how. I found out the next day how I got home. So bad, by the way. I'm setting such a bad example. My friend, or not my friend, Doobie's friend, Joel, happened to be there at the party, and he noticed that I was drunk. He was working the front door. He's like a big bouncer type guy. And he noticed that I was drunk, and he was like, you're not gonna drive home. So he put me in the back of what we had there called Safe Ride, where they would, like for free, you just scanned your school card, they would take you home, which was awesome. If they have that at your university or college, use it, because it's sick. So I got a safe ride home. I ended up stumbling up into my room, and I guess I got sick at one point, and I didn't want to puke in my sink, because all you had in your room is a sink. So I decided to walk out to the bathroom, and then I don't know what happened after that, but I woke up the next morning. Nobody was like gonna help me, I guess. I know people had to come in and out of there, but I was asleep on the bathroom floor, outside the stall, and that floor had been touched by so many nasty feet. It's probably been thrown up on. People might have accidentally, like, I mean, it was gross in that place. I don't want to get into detail because you guys will be grossed out, but girls' products get slung everywhere. Like, one time, some nasty girl actually wrote on the walls in poop. I don't even know what she was doing. So some sick shit happened in the bathroom, and I was asleep on that floor, and so I was so disgusted. I like showered like 5 times, like, oh my god! And yeah, that's like the worst thing I could think of when I was drunk. Will you ever play soccer on a team like Joel? I have tried to play football in real life, or as you put on there, soccer. I don't want to say that because I will get so yelled at. But I tried to play football in real life. I did it when I was growing up until high school, and then I had to choose sports. I chose softball and basketball. But I went into a women's league, and it was cool. It was supposed to be like a beer league where you play and then you drink beers after, and it's fun. But no, girls take it seriously. So like every other game, I was getting injured. Girls were just taking out my legs, doing everything they could, you know, punching me in the chest, moving me, and so it was so horrific of an experience. I love my team, but the teams we played against, I just didn't like. Like, I was all right. I wasn't the greatest. I was like a winger. Sometimes I played forward. Terrible at shooting, but I was really fast. So it was a lot of fun, but unfortunately, in the last game of the season, I've told the story before, where this girl went to kick the ball, I went to kick it at the same time, the ball hit each other, all of the friction came into my leg, and I got a high ankle sprain, which like makes the ligaments tear a piece from the, or I think they tear apart from the bone, and you can feel it shoot from like the bottom of your foot all the way up to your kneecap. It's horrific. terrible. It took like 3 months to recover from that completely, and I still have pain in it to this day. And at that moment, I decided I just am too old to be playing this at all. Like, I do not need to be in that. I do not need to be breaking wrist or breaking any bones, so I'm not gonna play it anymore. Honestly, how does it feel knowing that you've inspired so many young women to step outside the box on YouTube? Hashtag bangs YT. I didn't really know if I really inspire girls to do YouTube. Like, there's other females that have done FIFA, and I don't know if I inspired them to do it or if they found out for some other reason. Like, I've never been told that by a lot of FIFA female YouTubers or any YouTuber girl in general. So I wasn't entirely sure that I did inspire girls until I went to Dubai, and there was a ton of girls there that might not even be that interested in FIFA, but they love the fact that I, as a girl, like, pushed into the gaming community and became the size I did and, like, am such a presence in it. And that, like, made their day. Like, they wanted to start doing YouTube. And that made me happy. Like, some of the girls, I imagined that I was gonna have just a bunch of little boy fans or maybe some, like, teenage guys and older, like, 20 guys fans there. But there was a ton of girls that came up to me. So all of the ladies in Dubai, you guys made me feel awesome more than anything. So thank you for that. And it just makes me feel good. I'm glad to see that girls will want to possibly get into gaming or any type of YouTube channel that they want to get into. And if they want to get in FIFA, we need them. They just don't stick around because some of you guys like to say terrible things in the comments and you scare the girls off. Why do you gotta do that? Why do you call your boyfriend Doobie? The reason why my husband, he's not my boyfriend anymore, my husband is called Doobie is because his last name is Duban. And so in high school, a lot of people called him Doobie because Duban, you know, it's shorts for doobie. It just sounded good. And there might have been some partaking of marijuana at some points, but he wasn't like that into that, so it wasn't that big of a deal. It just mostly had to do with his last name being Duban, so Doobie fits, it just works. If you weren't a YouTuber slash streamer, what would your dream job be? I used to not know what my dream job would be if I wasn't doing YouTube, but then I met this guy in Costa Rica, and he had this insane job that was awesome. What he did, and he only did it around Costa Rica. I kind of would like to have done it around the world, but he travels to different resorts in different locations all around Costa Rica and maybe other parts of Central America as well. And he just goes through and, like, checks out the places. He gets to do all the tours. He gets to do, like, the bungee jumping. He gets to just stay in the hotel, eat the food, do all of that for free. And then all he has to do is write for a magazine about it. And I used to love journalism. Like, I started my university with journalism, ended up in business, weird transition, don't know how it happened. But I think that that would be an amazing job because you get to travel. If I got to do it around the world, you could travel the world, have as much fun as you want, experience everything, and then just write about it. And writing about it would be awesome. So I think that would be my dream job now. Do you think EA should put more effort and time into making pro clubs better, or do you think it's fine the way it is? I hear a lot of people bring up the facts of EA making pro clubs better by using, like, transactions. So being able to say you don't want to wait to have this certain skill on your player, or you don't want to wait for something. You can purchase things to upgrade your player. I think that that's an upgrade that I would enjoy, that EA could bring. Like, what if I could just buy this plus stat, or what if I could do something that would just make it better? That's how a lot of games are. That's how their Ultimate Team is. And in the end, EA does make more money because of it, but then we also benefit from it because we can do cool things with our pros. And maybe, yeah, somebody who pays a lot more money's pro might be better, but they paid for it. Like, that's just what it is in the game. If they want to pay to play, that's how it is in every game. And then you've got, like, the legits. And if they could, like, add that in, I think the mechanics in clubs was pretty good this year. There are some hit or miss, like they should, I remember Nep saying something like they should have a penalty if they go out of Division 1 and try to go back up to Division 10, just because it's not fair whenever you got a bunch of Division 1 people and they've, like, relegated themselves to another division and then they're just playing you as scrubs. Or when they remake, that's what they do. They remake their team, and then they're just these amazing pros against your shit pros when you first started. They should do something to stop that. But yeah, they definitely need to work on clubs. I just don't think they're that interested in it, really. Do you like at Raising Cane's? Oh. I love Raising Cane's. What would your reaction be if you won the lottery? 10? 25? 32? 64? 18? Would you ever go back to COD videos? I've probably shouted this out before this, but I've actually got a second channel that I just started making videos on. Not every day, but maybe like 3 times or 4 times a week. And I wouldn't mind putting some COD videos on there. I don't think I'd ever do it on my main channel. Although I put 1 or 2 out that, like, related with FIFA and people like that. But I just don't think that I would, because people on this channel like FIFA, or they like my vlogs, but they seem to more so recently like FIFA, because my vlogs have only been getting like 50 or 60K views, as where FIFA gets 100K. So I probably wouldn't there, but if you want to see my second channel, I'll have a link to it in the description down below. Maybe put some COD videos up there because I'm pretty okay at Call of Duty. Other things like Clash of Clans, other vlogs, like I kind of want to show behind the scenes of when I'm recording vlogs or just anything in general on that channel. There'll also be FIFA. You guys know I'm on Vessel, so there'll be some FIFA that I just couldn't get out to Vessel in time, and so I'll push it onto that channel. So that's something that I'm looking to do. What's the stupidest thing you've ever said? Like, I'm not a stupid person, and I'm gonna say that. I did very well in school. I guess you would consider me book smart. Like, I had really good grades. I got through high school in 3 years when it takes 4. I got through college in 4 when it takes most people 5. Always been amazing in school, but there's something to do with maybe the blonde roots. I don't know what it is, but I don't think before I speak. And I catch myself doing it right after the fact, and I want to correct it, but just stupid things come out. So I say stupid shit all the time. And then afterwards, I'm like, why did I say that? Like, what were you thinking, Jesse? And I can't think of one in general. Let me think of one. My worst, this isn't a stupid thing. This is just me hearing incorrectly. Oh, wait, by the way, in high school, I had a teacher named Mr. Durso, and he had a board just to dedicate it to me for the whole semester of different things that Jesse says. I've been known to like say some crazy weird things. And I think one of them was something like, I don't wear makeup, I just wear eye makeup, or something, just stupid shit like that that I just don't pay attention to whenever I'm doing it. And so that is kind of how I am, and it's annoying at times. It's actually annoying. You can ask any of my friends, ask people like Jenny, ask Will, ask Nep, ask any of the people that I hang out with. They catch me saying stupid shit all the time, and I'm always so embarrassed about it once it's said and done, but there's not anything up there. There's not that trigger that says don't say that. Whatever comes into my mind, it just pops out of my mouth. And sometimes that is not a good thing. How's life? Totally original. Life is actually pretty amazing right now. I've done more traveling in this year, probably in the last 2 months, than I've ever done in my entire life. I got to see the Middle East. That was insane. I've been to Costa Rica. I got to do that crazy Tarzan swing, which was terrifying. I never really got to talk about that, but that was literally terrifying. Like, you get up on it. For one, the platform was made by 2 guys. So it's shaky and you're in that air. You're probably like 200 to 300 feet in the air. You're shaking. You have to connect to, there's another line in the air. You have to connect your line to that line that's way up in the air. And while you're doing that, they're trying to get your safety harnesses on so that if this one breaks, you got some safety. And this one's pulling you off of the platform, so they're having to hold you back while it's pulling you off, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And this one's like connecting to the side, so I finally got connected. You drop, you think you're gonna die, and then it's fine after that, but it was bad. But anyway, so all this is happening, not to mention I am currently in the process of starting the contract on a house. So I'm looking to get a house, and it's like, if I get it, it's my dream house. It's everything I ever wanted. I have my dream car. Now I'm gonna get my dream house. And honestly, this is all thanks to you guys watching my videos, enjoying the content. It's crazy, like what YouTube has become for me and what it is for my family and my future family. Because, you know, I'm gonna look to have kids here in the future, or maybe soon. You don't know. Maybe soon. And my cat, you know, but it's awesome. So I'm hopefully, if everything goes right, we've seen the house, we know what we want to give for it. We're gonna put in a contract. I'm hoping they accept it. They might counter offer, they might not. And then from there, we are going to be moving hopefully into this big, beautiful house, which I will show you, but I will not show you the front of it because I know that someone's gonna Google image that stuff. So I will show you a little bits and pieces of it. I'll do like a house tour and all that kind of stuff, but hopefully, cross my fingers. Let me know in the comments down below, say good luck fangs. Hashtag good luck fangs. Hopefully I get the house. I would be sad if I didn't, but I'd be so happy if I did. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for this Q&A. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Remember, the next one's gonna be a Snapchat Q&A, which I want video questions. So if you're not interested in video questions, you'll have to wait until the next one after that when we come back to this kind of Q&A. That's gonna be it for this time, though. Until next time, see you guys later.